Hi, I'm Sean LeBlanc, head performance coach at CrossFit Delray Beach. Today, I'm explaining the setup and standards for the Lift 2012 lifting competition, a fundraiser to benefit Liz Races of Plan. First, the setup. Each station will be a 10 by 10 foot station that includes between 400 and 650 pounds worth of weights. They range from 100-pound plates to 45, 35, 25, 10, 5, and 2.5. Each lifter will also get a rack, a bar, and a set of clips. The lifting competition will begin with each lifter getting 12 minutes to perform 3 lifts in the powerlifting portion of the lifting session. The 3 lifts are the press, the back squat, and the deadlift. Each lift will have a 4-minute cap to it. We'll first start explaining the press. The press will begin with the bar on the rack. When the siren goes off, the lifter will then begin to put plates on their bar and then secure them with the clips. The clips must be on the bar before the lifter can attempt the lift. For the press, the bar is taken off the rack. The lifter steps back away from the rack. The lifter must be in a static position prior to performing the lift. They press the bar up, lock the bar out completely. When the referee says down, they may bring it down and then re-rack the weight. You may get the bar down any way you'd like. If you'd like to bring it down with your arms, fine. If you'd like to drop the weight from overhead, that's fine as well. The lifter is responsible for re-racking the weight onto the rack. A good lift has no knee bend and no rebending of the body during the lift. Also, there is no movement of the feet during the lift from the original starting position. You may rock to your toes during the lift, but the feet may not move from the original starting position. No bending of the body, shoulders, hips, or knees at the beginning of the lift. This is to the referee's discretion. Don't make it close. If there's any kind of movement, the referee will cause a no lift. Any movement of your feet while going up overhead will result in a no lift. Let's re-rack the weight. The next lift we will cover is the back squat. The lifter may attempt either a high bar or a low bar back squat in any stance they choose. For the high bar back squat, Tyler's going to have the bar in a high position on his back. He's going to step away from the rack. He's going to squat until his hip crease is below his kneecap. Go ahead, Tyler. Stand. Good. This would be a good lift. Rack the weight. The lifter may also choose to do a low bar setup. This is up to the lifter's discretion, but either way, the hip crease must reach below the knee. Up. Good lift. Okay. An example of a no lift would be the lifter not getting proper depth, not getting that hip crease below the kneecap. Stand. This would be a no lift. Now, the lifter may bounce out of the bottom if they like. Go ahead and go all the way down and bounce. Good. That's a good lift. The lifter may go to the just below parallel and then come up. Good lift. Okay? Again, this is up to the judge's discretion of how deep the lifter is. Make sure you get proper depth. The third and final lift of the powerlifting section is the deadlift. There will only be conventional deadlifting allowed in this section. No sumo deadlift with a wide stance and a grip inside the legs will count. For the conventional deadlift, you may have an alternating grip or a double overlap grip or a pronated grip. All those will be allowed. The lifter will set up to the bar and complete a deadlift. At the top, the shoulder, hip, and knee must be fully locked out. You do not have to overextend at the top. When the lift is done, you may drop the bar to the ground from the top, or you're allowed to bring it down to the ground under your own control. 2 ways that you will result in a no lift will be 1, re-gripping of the bar on the thighs. The bar gets in the thighs, the lifter re-grips the bar, and then finishes the lift. That would be a no lift. And the second way is if the lifter incompletely locks out their hips, knees, or shoulders, and then lets go of the bar. That would count as a no lift. Now we'll go over the standards for the Olympic lifting section of the lifting competition. There will be 3 lifts that are completed in this 12-minute section, 4 minutes per lift. The snatch, ground to shoulder, and shoulder to overhead. First we'll discuss the snatch. You may try 3 varieties of the snatch here. You may squat snatch the bar. You may power snatch the bar. Or you may split snatch the bar. If you choose to split snatch the bar, your feet must end up back underneath your hips before you bring the bar back down. Once the bar is overhead, you may bring the bar back down under control, or you may drop the bar from overhead. Press outs are allowed in this section. The next movement we will cover is the ground to shoulder. You may attempt 3 different varieties of this lift. You may squat clean. You may power clean. Or you may split clean the bar. Again, if you choose to split clean the bar, your feet must end up back underneath your hips before you bring the bar back down. In both the clean and the snatch, the bar must be in a continuous motion from ground to either overhead or to shoulder. No hang varieties of the lifts will be allowed. Tyler will show you a hang variety of the snatch. This will not be allowed. And the hang variety of the clean. This will not be allowed. Now we'll discuss the shoulder to overhead. The barbell will start on the rack. The lifter will unrack the bar, and they may perform a press, a push press, a push jerk, or a split jerk. When performing a push jerk or a split jerk, the lifter must control the bar overhead with the feet underneath the hips and the hips, knees, and shoulders locked out at the top. The barbell must be under control at the top of the lift. If the lifter is moving at the top of the lift laterally, they must stabilize the bar before the referee will tell them to bring the bar back down.